Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Developer Singleton. It's been a while since I've recorded another video. I've done a lot of travel. Just came back from KubeCon, which was really exciting. So I'm going to talk about KubeCon, do a debrief. I've got a big product announcement, and I've even got a live demo. We'll see if the demo gods are smiling upon me today. But let's first talk KubeCon. Well, as you can see, I now have some swag. So it's our company logo. I even put a little QR code on the back here, and did get some attention at KubeCon with that. Hopefully good attention. But yeah, so that actually made the company feel very real all of a sudden, is having something with our company name on it. I'll likely iterate on the logo a little bit, but so yeah, let's go to getting to KubeCon. First was a little bit of an adventure. It was in Atlanta, Georgia this year, which is closest to me here in North Carolina that it's been. Still about 400 miles away. I decided to take my lovely electric motorcycle, and you know, seen here charging in the middle of South Carolina. So it's about 7 hours of riding and, you know, roughly 3 hours of stops. It was kind of cold that we had a cold snap roll in. This actually, this ended up causing some issues. You know, as I got into Georgia, had 30-mile-an-hour winds and snow flurries, but that wasn't the big deal. That wasn't that big of a deal. What did get to be a big deal was not too many hours after this photo, I was, you know, doing a fast charger in northern Georgia, and the temperature dove below zero. And at the end of it, I unplugged the motorcycle, and it put a little alert saying, you know, over voltage warning, and then another alert saying battery depleted. And I just charged to 70%, which is, you know, far enough to get me to the finish line. So that was no fun. Thankfully, you know, I was looking in the manual about, you know, what to do about these type of issues, and it suggested a slow charge overnight. And there just happened to be a hotel 2 blocks away from the charger that I was at that it freaked out at. So the bike still let me go at 5 miles an hour or so, but it would not let me go at full speed. It was reading at 0% battery. Which wasn't true, but I guess there was some cell balancing issue, and that's what it was. That's what the overnight charge was for, was to rebalance the cells. So you can see here, it charging at the slower hotel charger. You can just barely see it. It's reading 5%. It was reading 0%. So that was annoying, but I'm glad that there was a hotel nearby that I could stay at overnight. So not that big of a deal. So enough motorcycle talk. So back to KubeCon. So there was, I was mostly there to talk to prospective customers, you know, meet people, let them know what I'm up to, and meet old friends. I was quite active in KubeCon. I've spoken at KubeCon thrice at this point, and you know, have manned booths at it before. But yeah, this year no booth. Just me trying to, I guess, try to sell to the sellers. To basically wandered around the vendor exhibit, and yeah, hustling the hustlers. That's a better way to look at it. But did get some interest. I got you know, talked to people about what they needed. One person wanted GitLab support, and so, you know, that's been on the roadmap. I'm thinking of moving it forward. I was hoping to wait till people would show me the money. I had one person very interested in the time zone detector piece that I had written to determine what time zone somebody is in based on a number of signals. But it also, like, I totally over-engineered this to figure out, location, and you can see here that it's like pulling from my GitHub and my Mastodon, and that one company was very interested in just that component, which I found fascinating. May productize that for doing, OSN stuff. But so big themes at KubeCon. AI, of course. I swear at least 50% of the vendors were trying to sell some sort of magic AI box. A lot in the AI will replace part of your SRE team or augment your SRE team with AI. A lot of AI-based observability platforms to try to dig into the root cause of errors. AI hosting. Everybody, even if they weren't an AI company, were reframing their company in terms of AI this year. Other themes. There were at least 6 vendors selling minimal container images. And 3 of them larger companies that have it are, let's make it actually 7 now that I think about it. I forgot about Wiz. So 4 companies where it's part of a product line or just something they do, and 3 companies like ChainGuard where it is their business model at the core of it. So that was fascinating. I'm using ChainGuard images myself, big fan, and I'll write a blog post about that later. But I did not actually visit any of the talks other than the keynotes, just because I was too busy schmoozing. The folks at Adira threw a great party at the Georgia Aquarium that I got to meet a lot of people at, so thanks for the invite there. All right, so big announcements. The Ready to Review platform is open for beta. This is a huge thing for us. This is our flagship product. And so far, for the teams that we've analyzed, what this product will do is increase the merge velocity from an average of 7.6 days for the organizations that we analyzed down to 1 or 2 hours. So a 91x improvement in code review velocity or PR merge velocity, depending on how you look at it. This equates roughly to the samples that we've looked at, a 17% increase in throughput. So it's like, increasing the size. Basically what that is telling you is that developers can get 17% more work done because they're unblocked. They don't have to worry about merge conflicts. So that is all for the synthesized view that we've had. We did release a little calculator. It is on our website, where you can basically say for a given company what the expected. I was trying to pick a company that everything was cached in, but it is not cached in this case. Well, we'll let that run and we'll get back to it. But basically, what it will do is measure what the improvement in throughput should be based on looking at a sample of PRs and remodeling it with a shorter merge time. That was a really fun project to work on. Very complicated, but I'm glad I did it. There's still some work to be done. And in fact, actually it did. Okay, so here's a bug part, but oh well. Anyways. All right, what else is new and exciting? Well, for the people who have heard about the Goose utility, the Review Goose, this is going to hit 1.0 in the next week. We did a lot to improve support on Linux and Windows. It is, it's been running really well on Mac OS for a while, but we had to do some really fun stuff with dynamic icon generation because the APIs on Linux in particular are not as flexible. And so we already have users at companies like ChainGuard, Cisco, and Google. A lot of people, especially in the Kubernetes community, trying this out. And I'll give a quick demo here and how it aligns with the rest of the platform. Let's go ahead and do a platform demo for Ready to Review, including Review Goose. So let me start by opening a PR here with a different account. And let's see, I can do this right. All right, so we're going to create a pull request. All right, so I've created a pull request, and it is in the CodeGroove retry. So let's see how this looks like in the platform. So we can see here, you can in fact see this PR is sitting there already in this Slack channel. And this will be the main way that teams collaborate with Ready to Review. If we click, all right, so tests are pending. If we click on it here, we can see, we can see that it actually needs to get, I need to approve workflows to run. So I'm going to go ahead and approve that. So cool. All right, so now we got tests running. And this should hopefully update soon to say that tests are running. If we look here, this is the Goose. It's not shown up in there yet. It's not blocked on me yet, though. It's actually not even assigned to me yet, so it's not going to show up quite yet. Once the tests are done running, sorry, I lost my window. How this should work is once the tests are running, this should get auto-assigned to me. And this is, the auto-assignment is a pretty core part of the platform. It makes sure that PRs never go unassigned. And what it's doing is looking at the Git blame for the files modified to figure out who the experts are for this particular code. Not very exciting in this case because this is just a Go mod update. It should assign it to me though. Once the tests are finished running. So let's see. I think it's still going to wait a minute to see if I go ahead and assign an approver or reviewer. But so while that's running, while that time is going, there is as part of the platform, there is, this dashboard here. There is also a web version of a dashboard here. It's not very exciting yet, but we'll load it up. So this is basically a dashboard of everything that you are involved in. And you can hide different organizations if you want. But let's go back to, so you can see that Ready to Review Beta assigned the PR to me. I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you heard the honking noises, but in fact, Goose here, and you can see this icon now changed to a goose. It has gone ahead and marked that this PR is blocked on me. And it actually auto-opened the PR for me here, which is a little aggressive, and that's why it's an option. Now, if we go back to Slack, and I can actually, I just got an email notification as well. So if we go back to here, into our Slack channel, this is a DM actually. If we go back into our Slack channel, you can see it has tagged me as the person who needs to go ahead and review this PR. So this is a live updating status message. It'll also send reminder DMs. Now, this will normally only go after 65 minutes, but for the case of demos, I don't want to wait 65 minutes. So it has sent me a DM right now. I think I set it to like a 30-second delay or something like that. And you can see it's sitting here in the dashboard. It is blocked on me. And the idea here is through all these different things, no PR will ever be forgotten. You always know when you are blocking progress. So let's go ahead and merge this and see what happens. Yeah, do I want to merge this? I mean, it passed all the tests. Sure. I'm just going to merge it. Fine. All right. So it is merged now. You can see that immediately the review goose icon changed back to a smiley face. I've got nothing blocked on me. The Slack dashboard is not live updating due to quirks in Slack. It will update every once in a while, but I can manually refresh here. You can see it's gone. If we go look at the channels, that part is live updating. It's showing that it is merged. And that's basically the gist of the Ready to Review platform. People know when they are blocking PRs. They know what they need to do. It's very specific on what the expected next action is. And yeah, and we meet them where they are for notifications. There's also a command line interface, but I'm not going to show that right now. So closing thoughts on where I'm at today. Doing your own startup is hard. I think the thing that I find most maddening is the lack of velocity. I was really hoping that by doing everything yourself, you minimize the amount of communications overhead, which is great. And I was expecting that to mean higher velocity, but because you have to do everything yourself, like work on the website, do social media, work on documentation, work on code, figure out financials, policies, legal. All those things you took for granted at even like a 10-person startup, that was all parallel threads, things that could be parallelized across many people. Now I have to do everything in serial. So that part is maddening. I love doing this stuff because I'm learning. I've learned I really suck at marketing and sales, and especially pitching. So I got to work on that. So yeah, there's still a little bit of a fear in the back of my mind, that I'm still not completely sure there is not completely sure that I am good enough at marketing to make people aware that this is a problem, and that they can get free, effectively 70% more developer output just by installing this cheap piece of software. So anyways, beta period, we are free till the end of the year. When the beta will close. The plan after that is $6 per user per month for the platform. And I think for what people will get out of this, it's a screaming deal. So that's it for now. See y'all later. Hopefully soon.